This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for March 18, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was down 0.6 points or 0.04% to 413.3. Total trade volume was down with 25,026 shares changing hands at a total value of 137 million real or over $34,000. On the main board, 3 stocks were up. Leading the market was Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ, up 0.92% or 20 real to 2,200 real per share, followed by Pestec Cambodia, which was up 0.79% or 20 real to 2,560 real per share. Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority was also up 20 real to 6,360 real per share. On the downside, the biggest loser of the day was Akleda Bank, dropping 0.27% or 20 real to 7,300 real per share, followed by Phnom Penh Autonomous Port, which was down 0.14% or 20 real to 14,060 real per share. The other 4 stocks on the main board remained flat. Over on the growth board, DBD Engineering was up 0.48% or 10 real to 2,110 real per share, while JS Land stayed flat at 3,060 real per share. Once again, Akleda Bank recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 11,476 shares changing hands at a total value of 83.9 million real or close to $21,000, which is 46% of Tuesday's trade volume. MJQ Education recorded the second highest trade volume of the day with 4,576 shares changing hands at a total value of 9.6 million real or around $2,400, about 18% of March 18th's trade volume. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD was stable at 4,007 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was down to 103.23. Looking at global commodities, oil prices edged higher on Tuesday, supported by instability in the Middle East, as well as China's plans for economic stimulus, though global growth concerns, US tariffs, and uncertainty over Ukraine ceasefire talks curbed gains. Brent futures rose 36 cents or 0.5% to $71.43 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures rose 32 cents or 0.5% to $67.90. Gold scaled an all-time peak, extending its historic run above the $3,000 mark as global uncertainties exacerbated by rising trade tensions kept investors hooked on the popular safe haven asset. Spot gold rose 0.6% to $3,017.84 an ounce after hitting a record high of $3,018.66. Prices climbed above $3,000 for the first time on March 14th. U.S. gold futures gained 0.7% to $3,027. Historically considered a hedge against geopolitical instability, gold has risen more than 14% year to date. Since U.S. President Donald Trump took office in January, the metal has hit a record high 14 times as economic concerns due to his tariff war boosted demand. The tariffs include a flat 25% levy on steel and aluminium, which came into effect in February, and reciprocal and sectoral tariffs to be imposed on April 2nd. Stock futures edged down early Tuesday following 2 consecutive winning sessions that offered a reprieve from the market's recent sell-off. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, Dow Jones Industrial Average Futures fell 76 points or 0.18%, S&P 500 Futures was down 0.21%, while Nasdaq 100 Futures dropped 0.31%. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for March 18th.